Hey guys, Mysterious One here again. Just wanted to talk about how the WWE can improve or get better ratings if they brought back the Attitude Era and make people have their own characters and make them superstars, make superstars again, and make people larger than life as it was back then. It would be totally awesome. They lack the writers, they lack the characters. They like Aleister Black trying to be the next Undertaker instead of having his own identity. What was wrong with Becky Lynch being the last kicker? Now you're trying to turn her into Stone Cold Steve Austin, in which that will never happen. But they need to bring like characters, badass characters. Oh, Batista, bring him back, Batista. Oh yeah, that will. Where was he for 3 years? Making movies. Oh, he got into an argument with a writer, so now he's back in the WWE. Storyline or no storyline, he still beat up a 70-year-old Ric Flair. But he does better as a heel, but he is 50 years old also, and so is Triple H. So, they need to be larger. They need to build up young, larger than life guys like Braun Strowman. Instead of building him up, they wasted him away. Bobby Lashley looking like a big goof. He's a big guy. He could be built into a big monster, a big guy. They can have great storylines with them. But no. Vince McMahon is just out of touch. He's just out of touch, and that's what it boils down to. He's really out of touch. He doesn't understand or care what the fans want. The casuals. He just, the marks will mark out for anyone. It's indie wrestlers or not. That's all that they're bringing in is these little high flyers like Ricochet, that doesn't have no character, He's a great athlete, but that's all he is. There's no character to him. Aleister Black, they can work with, but don't make him into the next Undertaker. Make him into a goth character, but not like a Undertaker, because you can't imitate the greatness of the past. And don't bring back people from the past that are, that I'm sure Batista and Triple H have a few more years in their belt, but how long are they gonna last? They're 50 already. I mean, that's all. They just want to bring back the past. That's why they hired Pritchard, and who was the writer in TNA, and now he's back in the WWE. They need to hire better writers. They need to, like I said, they don't start making real changes. The only good thing that's been giving them ratings is bringing back Roman Reigns and the Batista angle. Other than that, the whole show is garbage. And they're not using the talent they have. They really not, and they need to. They need to build the characters, larger than life characters, and they need to build superstars, because that's what the fans want. Put a little blood up in there. Cause a little chaos, like DX did. Like Stone Cold. Yeah, that was what good. That's when wrestling was good. Now wrestling is just mediocre garbage, and that's not the way to do business, and that's not how Vince McMahon's gonna keep fans. That's why they're so afraid of AEW. And the company hasn't even formed yet, and they're afraid of AEW. See, because AEW will be a different alternative, so it's said. We don't know until it's established, like I said, But I'm saying it's not, it's Vince McMahon has to step down and maybe let Triple H take over. Hire Shawn Michaels. There you go. That's a young mind. Even though he's almost 50, even though they're in their 50s, but they have the creative juices are more fresher than Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon rinses and repeats all the time, and and doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know anymore. It's like he's senile. It's like his brain is fried because he's old. So that's what needs to happen. And if it doesn't happen soon, then they're gonna lose more fans. More casuals are gonna leave, and they're not gonna want to watch the product. Nobody wants to watch a product that is mediocre, that is garbage, unless it's the marks. Watch anything, because their minds don't work. That's what they think. They don't think. They just whatever's popular or whatever they push. That's what they'll root. That's who they'll root for. Like Becky Lynch, pushing her, trying to make her this badass, and it's not coming out organically anymore. It did at first. I liked her better when she was the lash kicker. And then he wants to, let people go, like Ty Dillinger, for example. He had potential to be a great star, but he wasn't built that way. He wasn't built to be that way. He had talent. So, that's, the Revival was only given the championship to keep them in the WWE because they were getting ready to leave. But they're not using them. They're burying him with new NXT stars that the people don't know. And that's not the way. That's not good for business. That's not the way to do things. Now the WrestleMania main event is in shambles. See, they just don't know. They don't know how to use things, how to utilize storylines, how to build it. Storylines. They killed Dean Ambrose's character. Now they're gonna reunite the Shield, and I don't think anybody's gonna be invested in watching the Shield anymore. Although, especially if Dean Ambrose leaves, there can be the Shield can't be formed without Dean Ambrose. So I don't know. It's just like storylines are messed up. The matches are messed up. It's mediocre, rinse and repeat matches. It's just, that's not the way to do it. They need to bring back people that are larger than life, not copying The Undertaker, not copying Stone Cold, just having their own original characters and all original style, but that are larger than life, that like they had back in the days of The Undertaker, DX, even back when Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat and the Honky Tonk Man. God, they were Hulk Hogan was even, larger than life. Ric Flair, larger than life characters, and Ric Flair wasn't a big guy, but he was larger than life. That's what they need to build. And if they don't do it soon, they're going to lose a lot more fans than they already have. This is my statement. This is what I feel. And, it makes me very upset seeing how the wrestling, how the WWE has been so bad lately, Just because Roman Reigns comes back and he gets a pop because of his disease doesn't mean it's a better, the product is improving. Because you got to make it consistent throughout. Consistency is the most important thing. You got to make the show consistent throughout the show, not just one segment, one or two segments. And having Batista be a badass like that, although that it was a good segment at the end, but what about in between? What about, in between the matches, all garbage matches, you know. Just that's what I feel. I think WWE needs to bring back the Attitude Era. Get rid of the PG and bring back the Attitude Era. PG is garbage, mediocre, vanilla midgets, indie wrestlers. That's what they're bringing in, and it's not good for business, and that's why it's failing really bad. So this is what I think. I think they need to bring back the PG era. What do you guys think? Leave your comments, hit a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Love y'all.